Hi everybody, welcome back to Get Ready. I'm going to explain a couple little things about more or less healthy snacks to bring with you. So what I want to talk about a little bit is I have a list I actually wrote down of things that you could bring with you when you're going to talk about healthy snacks, and say you want something on the go. These are better choices to take as opposed to getting a bag of chips or something overly salty or like too fattening or too greasy, stuff like that. Or you don't want to stop at, say, like a McDonald's or something like that. You can always bring these. Not only are these more healthier and better, but I think they won't make you feel bloated or tired or lazy or anything like that. So I just want to read over a list and kind of tell you guys a few things. But before I get into the snacks, I wanted to talk a little bit about sort of like the ideas for like maybe eating a certain way. So let me just explain some things. Nutrition does not need to be complex. Make sure you eat 3 balanced meals each day and an additional 2 to 3 nutritional snacks. Eating breakfast and post-training are the 2 most important times to get energy. Eat a variety of foods and try to limit your fast food intake, especially on days if you're an athlete and you have a big game you're going to go up to. Even like just on a regular day, if you have to work in the morning and then you have to work out in the afternoon, try not to eat really heavy early on, because it's going to really affect your training, and you won't be able to, and you're not going to be as fast, you're not going to be as strong, you're not going to be as focused. And these are really important things when you need to work out or you need to be really focused on something. Now let's take for instance, like athletes must consume a proper meal. Like post-game practice or workout, this means carbohydrates, protein, a little fat, plus water for hydration. Athletes must replace the energy and fluids used in activity, and also need to prevent muscle breakdown, which is very, very important. The meal does not have to be complex. Just make sure to get some healthy foods, and fluids as soon as possible to prepare for anything. Whether it's like I said earlier, if you're going to like do a workout later, or even if your job is a very hard job, you really need to like think about eating a certain type of food to keep you moving at a great pace, so you don't like lose any energy at all. Now, a lot of people can lose a great deal of water through sweat during training or like even a competition or something like that. It is very important to replace the water as soon as possible during that time. Like, don't wait till the end of it to do it. Do it right away, because dehydration can cause a decrease in strength and speed. Train to drink fluids during any time. It is important to get a little bit of water every 15 minutes, especially if you're working outside, or even if you're even at the gym. It's very important that as much water as you're losing, you need to really replace it to keep it going. Now, I want to talk about like certain snacks. I wrote down a lot of things, and I just want to like read them over with you and kind of talk about like ideas that you can take with you, and even like play with them and then make them your own if you really want to. Now, one of my favorite things to bring with me is I like to have peanut butter, like natural peanut butter on a tortilla, and I like to like have it wrapped and brought with me. I use about 1 tablespoon on a medium-sized corn tortilla, because there's no sugar in it for one thing, and the peanut butter is healthy. I'm getting like certain fats in there, and it's a great snack to bring with me at all times. Another one I like to bring with me is cheese strings. They're high in protein. You get the calcium that you need for it, and then you can just have it along with you at any time, and it's always great to have on hand. Another one I do like to bring is I like to bring almonds with me, or walnuts, or sometimes cashews. They're a great thing to have. They can give you a lot of energy. They have a lot of healthy fats and everything like that. I mean, I think it's recommended anyway to mix them. Like let's say if you're going to bring almonds, cashews, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and dried cranberries, those are all great things to have together. Bring them in a baggie and just have them on with you at all times, and then like there's great for a snack to bring with you. A lot of things to do, and there's things you can do. Like one thing I don't mind is the sports nutrition bars. So like stuff you can find like Muscle Farm or Muscle Tech, all these certain things, Cliff Bars even. There's certain things that are high in protein, but you should really watch for the sugar on the content on this stuff, because a lot of them can be very high, And there's also like that is the major drawback to them, is they're very expensive. They can be very, very pricey when you go to even just buy one. They range anywhere from almost $3 to about $5 a bar, depending on which brand you're getting. So, but they have plenty of choices to choose from. But it's better to just really think about it. It's only good in a rush. Now, a piece of fruit with beef jerky is something also great to have, because the jerky is also high in protein, and it does have sodium in there, which can keep you from cramping when you're sweating at certain times. And the fruit is always rich in carbs, and it has a lot of fiber. It can have fiber with it as well to help you, and it fuels anything that you're doing, whether it's training or you're working out, you're at a job. It's just like something to have with you to take. So it's always good to like have the jerky, and to take an orange, an apple, a banana, or a couple of grapes with you to bring with you at all times. Another one too to bring is one that I've actually tried recently, is coconut water and protein powder. And the reason why these two mix together, like if you have them together, because the protein powder, obviously, most brands will be loaded with BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, and the other one, and like the protein that you can come with it, there's some have no sugar and a little bit of carbs for that energy that you're going to get, that you're going to need when you train. And then the coconut water, sorry, it's high in potassium, which is important for muscle contractions. So it's just really great to have and mix together, and it really works well. I like it. And you can find most coconut water can be actually inexpensive, and it's really good to have. One I wrote down here was sports drinks. They don't take long to digest, and they'll be in and out of your stomach faster than solid foods on this list. So they're a good thing to have, because a lot of times too, when you do sweat, it's good to intake that like say a Powerade or a Gatorade, because they do have a high sodium intake. But as like I said, it's to help you retain water, so all that water you do lose, you can get it back. Another one here is there's so many things you can try when it comes to fruit, because you can really get down on fruit a lot. You can bring them with you, you prep them, you can have them for a workout. If you're heading out and you have a little time in between certain things, you can have them with you at all times. I mean, they're high in carbohydrates. They do have a little fiber in them, so they really work. I mean, it's just a great thing to have with you for all times. And now I just kind of want to list off a certain amount of things and just like give them to you, so then maybe you can get ideas with them. I mean, one of the things I like to do is have Greek yogurt and have chia seeds mixed in with it. So the chia seeds are great to have because they're a appetite suppressor. So when you mix them in with your Greek yogurt, you get sort of more full, and you don't feel like you need to eat right away, as opposed to like having something else that you might get hungry just 30 minutes later. I mean, there's other things too to really consider. I mean, there's always vegetables that you could be taking as well. I mean, that's one thing you should probably really learn to take in with you, is eating raw vegetables. That's probably one of the best things you can take. So like carrot sticks, celery, peppers, broccoli, cauliflower. And like, if you really need a dip, to go with these, then try like getting, just using plain Greek yogurt, just something to kind of help you eat them. But don't go for the really like ranch or none of that stuff, because even the light ranch, it's not healthy for you. It's better just to go with a lighter thing and just like work with that instead, as opposed to getting something that it's not going to really make you feel good after a while. So I mean, there's plenty of options to go through. I have all these different things. I mean, the cucumbers, one reason why I would recommend cucumbers, because they can hydrate you as well. So you can get a great hydration out of it. And they're also too, like, they're about 90% made of water. So basically just boom, it's almost like getting a drink. If you have a cucumber, you can mix it with cheese. You can have like berries, peanut butter, vegetables, and fruit all in one container. Bring it with you. These are all fantastic things to do. I mean, like I said, I wrote down a bunch of stuff here that you can just clearly try. I mean, like, even if you had half a sandwich with just some, like, you could mix in certain things with it, and it's just like a small snack, something to really just kind of get your hunger over as you're ready, because you don't want to be over bloated before you do something very important. So I just wanted to really bring that up to everybody and kind of go over some of these things, because then you can just really like mix up your ideas and do what you try different things. I mean, that's all. So that's all I wanted to go over with everybody today on all these healthy snacks. And if you have any more questions or anything like that, just just drop me an email at getready@gmail.com. That's getready with 2 R's at gmail.com. I'll be gladly wanting to help you in any way I can. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And any future questions or anything like that, just like I said, drop me an email and check out my other videos on my channel. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Bye.